One thing I want you to know is that you are your biggest limitation. I am Esther Abutu and I'm here to share my limitless story. Okay, so while growing up, I think one thing that helped me is the presence of learning. I'm saying, when I mean learning, I mean from my mentors, from my older siblings, from people who exposed my mind. Because I was doing a reflection and I was just going through my childhood and I found out that I went through a lot of learning. So because of that, my mind was quite exposed. I knew, okay, these are the boundaries, these are the things you can do, this is what you should do. I think I got more of what you should do than what you shouldn't do while growing up. And I think that's what helped me to be able to push myself and bring myself out there. And I want you to know that learning is very, very important. So now, what is limiting belief? Limiting belief is a restriction you place on yourself. Is that boundary that is okay, I can't go beyond this, I can go beyond this. See, nothing happens in your life without your permission. I mean, every single thing that happens in your life is based on your permission. So it's important to know that we place limitations on ourselves. You grew up was open to learning, unlearning, and relearning. And I want to, first of all, appreciate the head of this platform, and I want to celebrate me, Wow. Thank you for the privilege. I do not take this for granted. Thank you so much for setting this and being a blessing to generations out there. And see, someone has taking it upon herself to be a blessing to you. And I want you to make sure you listen to the end of this video and other content you'll be releasing on the YouTube channel, because it's all for your good. You need to hear people's story. You need to learn from people's words of wisdom so that you don't make certain mistakes or you don't go through the same experiences they went through. So there are a lot of limiting beliefs. I cannot do better than the people that are doing well in life. Okay, I can't do better than celebrities. I can't be better than who I am now. I'm from a poor background, so I cannot be rich in life. I'm not so intelligent, so I can't do well. I don't have this, I don't have that. So many excuses which are valid. There's something my spiritual father used to say. He said, excuse are like dirty armpits, they stink. So try to avoid excuse, because let me tell you something, all your excuses will definitely be valid, but you must be able to push through, because the people that you're seeing that are succeeding and doing well in life, doing amazing things in life, majority of them have the same excuse or had the same excuse and are still doing well regardless. So people who have worse excuse than you have and they are still doing well regardless. So it's now left for you to make best use of the excuse you have, or you allow the excuse to make best use of you. So now, the main thing I want us to know is that you most likely will not know that you have a limiting belief until you go through certain reflection. You have to think deeply. You have to look, okay, I've been going around circles. I've not been able to think beyond this capacity or this phase of my life. I've not been able to do things. You just find out that you're going around circles, or things are not even moving things. You're not moving forward. Things just look so difficult for you. I want you to know that it's time for self-reflection. You have to know, what are those things that are binding your decisions? What are those things that are fueling your habits, your decisions, the things that you do? Is very, very important. And let me tell you something, how you can do this is by having, let's say a mind discussion. Let me move to your mind. I hope you know that you do not do anything outside of your mind. The mind is so powerful. That's where you make decisions. That's where you think. That's where your emotions lie. A whole lot of things happen in your mind. Have you noticed that when there is a madman around or something, they will say, this man is out of his mind. Why? Because you don't do anything outside of the mind. So that means if someone is saying a madman is acting out of his mind, that means you know that the mind is powerful. If you lose your mind, it will reflect in everything you do. If you look at someone's outward appearance, or the things people do on the outside, or the result people achieve on the outside, is as a result of what is on the inside. You cannot reproduce what is not built inside. Yes, you have to build that thing on your inside before you be able to produce it on the outside. It is very important. So the reason you see someone that is sick is nothing is wrong with their immune system, and that's why it's affecting their body. Something is wrong. So if your mind, everything that you take inside is not right, everything you produce will not be right. It's possible. And let me tell you something, the limiting belief thing starts with the mind. Yes, it starts with the mind. And that's why you have to expose your mind. You have to interact with people. You have to read books, watch videos, expose your mind to people that are doing well and learn from them. As you're doing this, your mind is being exposed. You just find out that you're able to take certain decisions. You just find out that you have the mind to carry out projects and say, okay, I want to do this. The mind is powerful. What you feed it is what you produce. if you don't feed it with the right things, you will struggle to do well in life. If you cannot think big, if you cannot think big things, if your mind cannot capture great things, you just know that your mind is just thinking around your locality instead of thinking global. So you can't just wish one day that, oh, I want to be this, I want to be known globally, I want to be known internationally, if your mind has not captured it. Like they will always say, if you cannot travel to UK, you can go there through books. By the books you read, by the videos you watch, by the people you interact with, but even the environment. I hear people even say that the reason they live on the island is not because they want to show off that they have money. It's because they want to expose their mind to wealth, to big things. What is your mind consuming? What is your mind feeding on? Because when you feed your mind with the right things, you're going to reproduce after those things. If you feed your mind with negative things, you're going to reproduce after those things. So it's important that your mind is right in shape and it's fed properly. And that's why scripture says that you have to keep renewing your mind, because the decisions you make from your mind will affect your life totally and the outcome of your life completely. So it's very important that your mindset, is right is intact. Okay, because it will help you in achieving a whole lot in life. I'm telling you, if your mind is fully loaded or is well fed, you don't struggle doing well and succeeding at the things you do. It will come with a little bit of ease because your mind has captured it. So your life will be to turn towards that direction. Another thing I want to also say is that the growth mindset. The growth mindset is the attitude you have towards growth. And towards things. Let me just say towards growth. What are the attitude? The attitude of learning. Yes. If you want to have a growth mindset, it's the attitude of learning. Because that's what helps you grow. You must be willing to learn. You must be willing to grow. So it's highly proportional. If you're not learning, you're not growing. You just become stagnant. It might just be your physical body that is growing. But head knowledge, you're not growing. It's another way of limiting yourself. Oh, success can be limiting. When we attain a level of success, do not cage yourself, oh, I think I've arrived. No. Every level of success should move you to another level of success. It should be an opening. It should be a gate to you entering another level of success. It should not be an end point. So a level of success should be a means to another level of success. It should be a stepping stone. It's not that you just put your hands and say, oh, I've arrived. I've done this. I've won this. I've won this award. Okay, I'm now making 30 billion. And no, that should be a stepping stone. And let me tell you something. You cannot have a growth mindset if you don't have certain structures that help you grow. Yes, you must have a plan. You must have achievable goals that will push you, that can help you grow. Structures around, because if I say I want to grow and there's not any structure that can make me grow, it won't work. You must have plans that lead towards your goals. So, okay, for example, now I'm a business person, I want to become an entrepreneur, I want to be an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you want to be. You must have plans that can make you a better person. Certain goals, yeah, you must have maybe an awesome vision, maybe a 5 years plan or a 6 years plan or a 10 years plan vision. Or let me not limit it to years, maybe a vision, maybe you have a vision for your life, or let me say a vision for your business that in the next 20 years I'll be the most sought after business in the whole world. So how is this achieved? So you break them into years, maybe the next 5 years, the next 10 years. So when you're breaking them into years, you also break them into your daily living, into your monthly living. So if you really want to do well, you cannot just jump at success that, oh, in the next 20 years, I want to become this. It starts from the daily things you do. That's what takes you to that vision, that goal of 20 years. It's by what you do now. It's living in the present with the consciousness of the future. That's how to achieve goals. So it's not that you're more of saying, okay, it's on 5 years before I'll do certain things. No, your everyday actions, your weekly actions, your monthly actions should lead you to the year and the 20 years goal. So you must have plans, have daily habits, have routines. That's how you survive. That's how your business will survive. Things survive outside of routines. So you must have routines that you must survive on. That your life has to survive on. So it's important that you have your plan, okay, from your daily plan, how it's going to lead you to your vision, weekly plan, monthly plan, something very achievable. Break them in bits, break them into achievable modes so that you'll be able to achieve them. Look at your capacity. What can I do? And go a little bit above your capacity. Let me let you know how you will be able to achieve those 25 years, 10 years goals. Is as a result of the things you do now. That's the only way you can predict Look, see, I've heard people say this, that it's easy to predict greatness. Looking at the things you do now, your lifestyle, your habits, it's easy for us to predict if you're going to be great in life. Greatness is predictable by the things you do. Looking at the principles you live by, the habits you live by, everything you do should be able to tell if you're going to be great in life. Because when you're going to do these things consistently, by default, you're going to grow. And one thing, consistency does not leave you on a particular level. Doing those routines every day will not leave you on a particular level. By default, consistency will push you. You just find yourself, you just know that you have outgrown a certain level, and you just push yourself into getting into another level. That's the power of consistency. It bears hunger in you to want more and to push yourself from that level that you're in to another level. So make sure that those utility things that you think do not count, they count. Those are the big things that you need. The little things that you feel you do not need are the major things you need. Don't do things that are too big, because when they are too big per se, I'm not saying your vision, I'm talking about your goals. What will take you to your vision? When they are too big, you just find out that you are a bit discouraged. Break them into bits, even if they are big per se. I'm not saying you should not think big, but break them into small chunks where you know that you can hit it and move to that level. One thing is that grow. Don't jump process. Make sure you grow, because those are things that sustain you. You enjoy your growth process. You are at this level. Enjoy. Okay, somebody telling you, oh, they read five books a day, and you've never read one. It will be very difficult to achieve that, because you've not gotten used to a particular level. So you do not know how it feels like to read one book. So it will be very difficult for you to achieve 5 in a day. So start with the one. You just find out that there'll be a time when you'll be able to read 5 books a day. But I'm just saying that learn to grow. Don't be too hard on yourself. Give room for mistakes. Give room for growth. Start listening to my other points. Give room for growth. Give room for mistake. Give room for failure. Failure is an event. You become a failure when you accept it. It happens. And let me tell you, if you must have a right mindset to failure. Failure is just saying, okay, there's another way to do things. This is another route. Do you understand? It's another way. So don't kill yourself or beat yourself up when you fail at something. It should be a stepping stone for what lies ahead. It just shows that maybe you need to learn more and to know more. And just give yourself that room. It just shows that there is more to what you're saying. So you just need to dig deep. So then also look for a good environment, because your environment has a huge effect on you. Your environment do not also it's not just tied to physical place. It's also your people you have, your network, your people, the kind of people you relate with, both downline, online, and offline. So it's important to be conscious of your offline and your online, because most people interact your online more, and your offline too. And matters, because who you are looking up to determines the path and the things you take, the decisions you take. So it's important that you have the right people that you're looking up to, who can fuel you and push you on that path, and also have people around you who can tell you the truth, who are doing well also. And even if you have somebody that maybe supposedly is not doing as much as you're doing, but is willing to learn, you need that learning spirit. You just need the right spirit around you. The people that are doing well, striving to do well, you need the right spirit of people who can. But the right spirit around you will help you achieve a whole lot. You have to have the right environment. And lastly, I want to talk about accountability. You must be accountable to someone who can review your plan, review your structure, and also help you to achieve those things. Someone who you can be accountable and can hold you and say, okay, you have not achieved it, how far? Can watch you. So you need an accountability partner. You need a mentor. You need someone who can account for you and can lead you and instruct you and break those things, those walls, those things that have become so high in your heart, in your mind, that you're not aware of. You need someone who can lead you. And let me tell you something, you're the only one that can limit yourself. You're the only one that can affect yourself positively. Even if the best person in this world wants to help you, if you're not ready to be helped, you cannot be helped. Thank you so much for listening this time. I'm sure you'll be able to learn 1 or 2 things. Not about just hearing. Scripture says it's not the hearer that is blessed, it's the doer. So having heard all these things, put them into practice. Do a self-reflection. Expose your mind. Expose yourself to things you feel like, okay, you think you know, but you actually do not know. And make that decision that from today I will become a better person. I will expose my mind and become all that God has called me to be. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.